So I've been doing some sniffing around, some recon if you will, and this is what I've discovered. First of all, I want to say thank you to tinyBuild for giving me a key for this game, even before it came out, and like right after it was announced at E3, which is awesome. Thank you. This is Lovely Planet 2. It's a sequel to Lovely Planet 1, obviously. The description from the devs is that this is a gun ballet, but it's more like a precision 3D platformer. Now, being said that it's precision, you can use a controller, but keyboard and mouse is pretty much recommended. Two things I want to get out of the way real quick about this review are that I'm playing this before the game released, so the trophies aren't working properly yet, and there's supposedly a remix type mode for the game where you can play every level slightly differently, and that's not available right now. But being that this is a precision platformer, one thing you're going to need to know before you start if you don't want to be frustrated is the sensitivity by default in this game is super low. So this is what I have it currently set to. So what exactly is a precision 3D platformer? I think it's better if I show you. Each world in Lovely Planet 2 is broken up into a series of stages, and each stage has 3 stars, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. So when you go into a stage, basically, in order to progress, you have to complete the stage. You just have to figure out the path and take it. You can lose as many times as you like, you can take as many tries, and all you have to do to restart a level is tap the R key, and bam, you're right back at the beginning. Each stage has 3 earnable stars. The blue one you get for just completing the level. The red one is for time, there's a time bar on each stage, and the yellow star is for accuracy. Jumping and shooting physics can take a little bit of getting used to, so expect to play stages a couple times before you get that accuracy star. Each of the worlds in Lovely Planet 2 introduces a new gimmick, and in my opinion, Swamp is the most difficult gimmick to deal with, where you can barely see what's ahead of you. Now, the way I see it, there's actually 2 ways to play Lovely Planet 2. You can play the old school way, like Genesis and Super Nintendo era, where you ran through the stage yourself and you figured out more and more of the path each time. Or you can tap Look, and it'll show you the path of the enemies that you have to go through. There's only one stage in the whole game where I felt like I had to use the Look command, and it was in the Swamp World. It's not this stage, but most of the stages, when you run through them, the way they're built really tells you which way to go. And that's great game design. The soundtrack to this game and just the art style and aesthetic are really cutesy, and I think that helps the player not get frustrated. There's almost no point in this game where I felt like the game was cheating me out of something. I always felt like it was my fault. But the fact that you can just restart the stage instantly is super helpful in this kind of game. When it's all about precision, you make a mistake, oh, I'll just start again. That's fine. So almost the whole game feels fair. There's only 2 occasions where I felt like the game was cheating me out of the win, and that was the third to last and the penultimate stage, 530 and 531. These 2 stages, I'm not going to show you because I don't want to spoil you, but it really feels like the game is cheating you all of a sudden, and nothing else in the game ever felt like that. One thing that is a little bit weird about this game is that there's a selector in the options menu for Japanese or English. And my game is set to English right now. There's still a lot of Japanese in this game. And in most cases, it's stuff that doesn't matter to you. Like when you kill an enemy, occasionally they'll say Koros, which is to kill, or it'll actually say Kiru. And that's fine and dandy, but like in cases like this, where that sign says Hazado, which is like a hazard, if that was in English, that would help the player a lot more if they don't speak Japanese. Like, this doesn't bother me because I could read that, but I don't think most people who want to play this game can. I've only got one major gripe with this game so far, and it's basically something from a perfectionist point of view, and it's that I have 3 stars on every stage in the game. And that's all the game tells me I need to do. Now, there are trophies that say you need to pick things up, but I think it's just based on stage progression. And as I told you before, the trophies aren't working properly just yet, which is okay, that's fine. But the fact that I have 3 stars on everything in the game, and yet when I look at a world, it says I'm missing things, and I have no idea what I'm missing, That's really frustrating to me. But if that's the only thing stopping you, a perfectionist thing, it's definitely worth a purchase. This is a very fun game. It's a good experience to have as a gamer. And even though I own the first game, I've never played it. After playing through the second, I'm going to go back and play the first one.